Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I, CA Shilpa Goyal, will be today discussing the clarification issued by the government on short reduction of TDS or TCS due to change in surcharge rate. But first understand what's the meaning of TDS and TCS. TDS means tax deduction at source. You'll say, Shilpa, we don't want the full form. We want to understand what's the meaning of TDS. So basically, in general course, what happens is when you earn an income, you pay an income tax on that income earned to the government. But in case of TDS, the case is a little bit different. The person who is making the payment to you as income will be deducting the tax from your income and making the payment directly to the government. Let's understand this with the help of example. I, say Shilpa Goyal, is providing you professional services worth rupees 1 lakh. In the normal course of the working, what will happen? I will calculate tax on this 1 lakh rupees and pay to the government tax on this 1 lakh at the end of the year, maybe by way of advance tax, or maybe when I file the return by way of a self-assessment tax. But in case where TDS is applicable on this transaction, while making this payment of 1 lakh rupees to in my account, you will be deducting tax, that is TDS, on this amount. You will be depositing this amount directly to the government, and the balance amount will be paid to my account. Government have already identified transactions on which TDS is applicable and have specified the rates at which you need to deduct this tax. For example, in this case where I am a chartered accountant, the professional services will be the service provided by me will be considered as a professional service, and you will be deducting 10% TDS. So in this case, where the amount was 1 lakh rupees, you will be deducting 10,000 rupees and making the payment directly to the government, and balance 90,000 will be transferred to me. When I will be filing my income tax return at the end of the year, that is somewhere in July, I will be calculating the tax liability on the total income earned by me, and this TDS will be deducted from the total tax liability. Balance, if any coming, would be payable by me to the government. Other way around, in case where excess tax is already deducted, I would be claiming the balance amount as refund. Government in its finance budget introduced on 5th July 2019 had made some changes in the surcharge rate. Now you'll be asking, what is surcharge? So surcharge is basically additional charge, as the name says, surcharge. It's an additional charge, that's an additional tax on your total income when you exceed a specific income tax limit. Here we have given you the income tax slabs as well as the old rate vis-a-vis the new rate. First, where your income is below 50 lakh, you don't have to pay any surcharge. When your income comes between 50 lakhs to 1 crore, you have to pay a surcharge of 10% under both old as well as new regime. When you are falling in between 1 crore to 2 crores, it's 15% again under both the regime. And when you are falling between 2 crore to 5 crore, here there is a change. Under the old rate, that's the old surcharge rate, it was 15%, that's been increased to 25%. And when you're falling above 5, the earlier rate was 15, now it's changed to 37. So basically the changes are only at two places, that's 2 crores to 5 crores and 5 crores and above, 25 to 37. Now since the change was introduced with effect from 5th July 2019, that's somewhere in the mid of the year, like not exactly mid, but somewhere as a part of the year has already started, and now for part of the year you must have deducted surcharge at the old rate, whereas for the balance year you will be deducting surcharge at the new rate. So government said no, the surcharge rate is applicable from starting. So when there's a continuous activity being done, that's for the entire year, when someone is providing your service, you can still deduct TDS at the new rate for the amount or for the transaction which has been done in the past. But what about those cases where the transaction is already done before 5th July 2019 and the transaction is already completed? You are not going to have any transaction after 5th July 2019. Let's understand this entire scenario by way of an example. Here we have taken, this is a continuous transaction between an employer and an employee. An employee is continuously providing services to his employer around the year. He's getting a salary of 5 crores per annum. As per the old tax rates, we have calculated this tax rate, entire tax. That's first, that tax comes to 148 lakhs. Surcharge at 15% comes to 22 lakhs. Education cess comes to 7 lakh, making the total to 177 lakhs. TDS per month, the employer will be deducting a 15 lakhs from his salary. Now, if we go to the new rates, we have taken the same example where the person is earning a salary of 5 crores per annum. The total tax, as the same way we have calculated, comes to 211 lakhs. The TDS per month comes to 18 lakhs per month. Now, in this case, since the change was made from 5th July, the employer must have deducted 15 lakhs per month in the month of April, May and June. And year from July, he will be deducting 18 lakhs per month. This balance 3 lakhs per month will also be deducted in the going forward months from his salary. So here this is a continuous transaction where the employer is getting a chance to deduct the short TDS over here in the future months. Since it's a continuous transaction, it can be done in the future months. But what about those transactions which have been already done in the past? That's a one-time transaction. Let's say suppose a contract which has been entered for 5 crores in the first week of April and it's been done and completed in the second week of May 2019. The payment is also made and cleared by the end of May 2019. Here the entire transaction is done before 5th July 2019. Then what to do? Will this be considered as short deduction of tax? And will the person be considered as a defaulter because he has not deducted this differential rate? So your government has issued the central board, that's the income tax, government has issued circular number 8/2020 dated 13th April 2020, wherein they have clarified under what such situations the person will not be considered as a short deductor or a tax defaulter. Here they have given some conditions. If the person is fulfilling those conditions, then he will be not regarded as a tax defaulter on account of short deduction. So the first is the transaction has been completed and the entire payment is made on or before 5th July 2019 and there is no further transaction between deductor and deductee during financial year 1920. As we had given an example just few minutes back, wherein you have entered into a contract on first week of April. The contract is executed and completed in the second week of May and the payment is done by end of May. So here the transaction is all completed and the entire payment is made on or before 15th July 2019. And there is no further transaction between the deductor and deducted during financial year 1920. So here the first condition has been fulfilled. So done. We have fulfilled the first condition. The second condition is TDS has been collected at the rates enforced at the time of levy. That is TDS what was applicable during the month in which the liability arises. That's in our case May month. It's already been deducted at the rate which was applicable in the month of May 19. The third is TDS is deposited to the government within the due date. The TDS which is the due date for making the payment is 7th of the next month. So here the TDS is already deposited by 7th of June. Fourth, the TDS return has already been filed for the same within due date. Here our period comes to April to June and the due date for filing the tax return is 31st July 2019. So we are assuming that TDS return is also filed. So in this case, since all the conditions is already fulfilled, we are not regarded as a tax defaulter for short deduction. Had any one of the conditions also not fulfilled, for example, the TDS rate was somewhere around 30% and we have deducted only 25%, then we will be regarded as a defaulter as we are not fulfilling this second condition. And penalty would be levied on us for defaulting for tax deducting at short rate. Other way around, if we have done all the conditions have been fulfilled, it's a one-time transaction, TDS is also deducted and paid to the government. However, we have not filed the return in time. Here again, we will be considered as a defaulter because TDS return is not filed by us within the due date. So friends, you have to ensure that all the things have been done in time so that you are not regarded as a tax defaulter and things are completed in time. Now, here there is one more issue. Here first, initially 15 lakhs was deducted. Later on 18 was required to deduct. The deficit of 3 lakhs per month was collected later on, which was due actually in the month of April, May and June. So will interest be levied on this short deduction or late deduction. So here government has also clarified that no interest shall be payable on shortfall tax deducted after 5th July and paid to the government. So friends, here we have clarified all the circular issued by the Income Tax Department or TDS. I hope all your doubts related to the topic has been cleared. In case if you have any doubts related to the topic, please write down in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press this bell icon just next to the subscribe button.